Hi, I'm Charlie and welcome to my Com 342 video essay. This essay will be split up into two parts. The first part of this essay will look at how my understanding of viral media has developed throughout the module. I'll look to compare and contrast two videos that I've made and make reference to relevant viral media theory. Secondly, I'll be reflecting on the development of both my leadership and team working skills throughout the module. However, first it is important to establish what virality actually is. In the book Going Viral, Nahon and Hemsley suggested that virality is the social information flow process characterised through a rapid sharing and diffusion, cross-network transmission and sharp acceleration in rates of exposure. Whilst learning about this concept of virality in my lecture, it helped me understand that virality is a process, not a condition, which is a misconception I held before starting the module. As part of my viral video module, I planned, produced, published and promoted two videos. My first video was an informal marketing video which focused on the cultural destination of Liverpool. My video was titled A Student's Top 3 Places in Liverpool to Visit in a Pandemic. I filmed this video during COVID-19 and I understood that new students to the area would have found it hard to gain a good understanding and feel for what Liverpool has to offer. With the demand paired with popularity of travel vlogs, I visited 3 places around Liverpool. Regarding user-generated content trends, Burgess and Green's analysis highlighted how vlogs are one of the most popular forms and most engaging forms of video. Therefore, I adopted a vlog style in my video to ensure I achieved a high degree of virality, allowing me to influence consumer behaviour and travel decision making. Through utilising Aristotle's narrative structure, I was able to implement a clear beginning, middle and end into my video. This allowed me to have a storytelling flow within my video, as well as construct Liverpool as the destination image and create a tourist gaze for viewers. My second video was part of a group project where we explored the findings from Kat Mahoney's paper looking at how Instagram challenges traditional constructions of beauty and gender. This was an e-learning video which was designed to prompt broad engagement through discussion, comments and sharing. After a lecture based on educational genres, I was able to learn about the different types of learning, which is something I'd not known before. As a group, we believed a non-formal e-learning video was the best option to go with. This is because we believed the lighter approach of non-formal learning would suit our topic and production we had in mind. Through adopting this approach, we were able to tailor our video to positively enhance the transfer of knowledge, as well as being entertaining and promoting the characteristics of virality. Furthermore, after identifying the characteristics of an engaging educational video, we looked to implement all of these characteristics. Fast-paced speech was one area I struggled to tackle because I wanted to deliver the information quickly. However, I wanted to ensure it was also delivered coherently. After further reading, I found it was better to deliver the speech standing up, as it would allow me to deliver the speech faster and more effective. BottomUp Strategies help identify factors influencing virality and is concerned with the features of content that impact patterns of human attention. I will compare and contrast my two videos throughout the module through focusing on Berger's steps framework, which highlights the contagious characteristics of a video. Prior to starting this module, triggers was something I'd not really considered to be a big factor in influencing engagement, as I had little previous knowledge regarding it. However, after using the steps framework, it allowed me to highlight how essential it was in promoting virality. For my first video, I wanted to have lots of films showing myself visiting the different locations around Liverpool. This would allow viewers to trigger thoughts and ideas that prompt engagement. Triggers was slightly harder to implement in my group video. However, after group discussions, we established that we could implement triggers through highlighting several video creators throughout our video to provide real-life examples and relevant triggers. Emotion was a characteristic I personally found hard to implement into my videos. In my group project, we looked to utilise a quote at the start of the video to implement emotion, encouraging viewers to be more confident in their bodies. I tried to implement emotion within my individual video through showing the video from a student's perspective. However, reflecting on this, I could have improved this characteristic to providing more real-life examples of how COVID has affected students. Therefore, because of the lack of emotion in my individual video, I believe this is the reason why my individual video did not achieve as much virality and high levels of user engagement. Finally, practical value was a characteristic I really tried to implement in both of my videos. This is because I was looking to make a video that provided viewers with news that they can use, and when thinking about what video I wanted to make, I looked to come up with ideas that I would have personally found useful watching. My individual was looking to provide students of the area places they can go visit around Liverpool. This tried to include areas that they haven't been before or may not have known about, being new to the city, providing that practical value to the audience. And for my group video, we looked to encourage people of all genders to explore the ideas of femininity and what feminism actually is. My first key learning was generated from the technique I adopted to improve my fast speech as a characteristic of an engaging educational video. In the near future, I'll be entering the workplace, and with the rise of digital working, I'll be able to translate this technique I use to improve my speech to ensure it's fast, coherent and engaging. During virtual meetings and projects, this will help keep people engaged in what I say, allowing me to share knowledge within the organisation and work better within the team. Secondly, after seeing the impact of a lack of emotion in my individual video project, I'll look to utilise emotion more in future videos and also in the workplace. Understanding that high psychological arousal levels equal the most shares and a low psychological arousal equals fewest shares allowed me to realise the importance of raising the psychological arousal levels of the audience. After further reading, a paper by Ashley Komatsu highlighted how snappy trigger words like new or easy throughout a speech can implement high levels of psychological arousal. Ensuring high levels of psychological arousal in the audience will allow me to drive more engagement when delivering meetings and also speeches. Now moving on to the second part of this video essay, I'll be exploring how my teamwork and leadership skills have developed throughout the module. Teamwork was essential as part of my group video project, as we needed to work together over the second semester to deliver a high quality assignment. Whilst completing my group video project, we faced an issue in regarding to time management when creating our social media production plan. When we approached our scheduled deadline, we realised we underestimated the time and effort we had to put into this aspect of our project. This left us worried about completing the task on time and to a good enough standard, which caused us feeling a slight panic within the group. Regarding group work, Tuckman's model highlights the different stages of group development. After reflecting on why this issue came about, we established it was because we were in the storming phase of the team building. Therefore, we were not working to our full potential as a group. This therefore led to a lack of communication within our team, meaning we did not spend enough time discussing the processes behind our production plan. To overcome this issue, we all jumped on a Teams call as quickly as possible, where we completed an electronic brainstorm session and discussed our options on how to overcome our issue. Following the meeting, we established the best way to move forward with the issue was to meet at an agreed time and all complete the social media plan together. Reflecting on how we were able to solve this issue quickly can be attributed to being in the performing stage of the group development. We were working better as a team compared to when we were planning and scheduling the time for our social media plan, so we're easily able to identify who within our team had relevant expertise and knowledge to be able to complete the relevant project parts on time and to a high standard. This therefore allowed us to work together efficiently and complete our project on time and to prevent any more major delays. Whilst looking at leadership, Goldman highlights the differences between different leadership styles. My usual style is a democratic style, which I used when I was working the group project. However, nearing the end of the project, we were needing to finish off a few different aspects, mainly centred around referencing and credits. With the deadline approaching, I had to adopt a directive style of leadership. Given the context of the situation with the upcoming deadline, it was needed to ensure we completed all of our work on time. A key learning for me can be taken from my experiences of teamwork throughout the module in regards to the issue we overcame. Looking back on the situation, as a team we realised we needed to spend more time together in our initial team meetings. This is because we would have been able to progress through the group development stages at an earlier date, and therefore would have enabled us to have a more accurate and productive project planning session. In future tasks, as a group, we understood that in future we need to focus on building these relationships as early as possible to help us progress in the group development faster and ensure efficient and effective teamwork. In the near future, I'll be joining the workplace and joining a new team. Therefore, I can utilise these key learnings around teamwork from my experiences within the group project. This can help me progress through the group development phases at a faster rate through ensuring I spend enough time building the relationships with my new team members. My second key learning from the viral video module can be based around understanding when to implement different leadership styles. Usually, leadership styles depend on your personality. However, leaders can learn and adopt new leadership styles As mentioned in my group project, I had to move away from my democratic leadership style to adopt a directive leadership style. The key learning was knowing when to implement this new leadership strategy. Through having a greater understanding of the social context and deadline date, it allows me to understand when to adopt the different leadership styles. This can be seen as important in the workplace, as if I want to hold a managerial position, it may be important to know when to implement these different leadership styles in order to complete tasks on time and to a high standard. To summarise, throughout my viral video module, I've gained a lot of new knowledge around what virality is and how to achieve virality. Furthermore, I've developed multiple new skills around planning, producing, publishing and promoting videos, as well as teamwork, leadership and communication skills. All the knowledge and skills that I've developed throughout the course of the viral video module has transferable aspects. This will allow me to make more of an impact when I enter the workplace and will help me achieve a managerial position which I desire. Thank you for listening.